If you are a pet owner, you already know you want to find a veterinarian that will treat your pet like their own. That is what they do at Gambrills Veterinary Center. And joining me now is the owner and veterinarian, Dr. Jason Ilya Orenstein. He joins us now. How are you?
I am well, thank you. Good morning. How are
I'm
you?
happy to have you here. I've been told that people call you the magical vet, which is a wonderful nickname to have. Why do you think they call you that?
Well, a lot of times they call me the miracle vet, not necessarily magical vet, but we have to define what a miracle is, and a miracle is doing something that no one else can or no one else does. And I take my experience and my knowledge and I try to do that. So, for example, yesterday I did a surgery on a dog that lost 2.5 liters of blood into its abdomen, a big German Shepherd, and it has most likely a hemangiosarcoma of its spleen. Now, most veterinarians would tell you, you've got a hemangiosarcoma, your dog is probably going to die. Let me put him to sleep. But instead, I take the spleen and I send it in to make a vaccine. So that pet can actually have a vaccine made against the cancer, and maybe it can live a couple of years rather than a couple more months. So it's taking something that's available, but most people don't know, and most veterinarians wouldn't do it, and giving that option to the owner to save their pet and really improve
Yeah.
the quality and life of that pet.
Well, that's the whole thing is that the options provide the clarity, right? So once you
Yeah.
know what your options are, you can decide what the best course of treatment is for your pet. But if you don't have all the options, you don't really know. You're at a disadvantage. So that really is, inspiring. Also, I'm told that you have a very inspirational story of triumph over tragedy in some way. Can you explain that a little bit more?
So when I was, it's actually a long story, but I'll try to make it short. When I was 25, I was involved in a major car accident, a Ford Explorer rollover that was happening back then. And my father was driving. He ended up dying 4 days later. I ended up with a broken neck. I had a C1, C2 fracture, the exact same fracture as Christopher Reeve's Superman, if you remember, and he was paralyzed. I walked around for 13 months with that broken neck, went to 13 doctors before they diagnosed it. And then I had multiple surgeries. And after that period of time, and there were complications with those surgeries, I had to spend 2 years rehabbing, learning how to walk again, learning how to lift my hands up again. And they told me I'd never practice. And I was able to come back and open up my own practice. Then in 2015, while I was test driving a car with my mom, I was rear-ended.
Wow.
And I had a major whiplash injury. And again, I was laid up for 2 years. I was approved for disability, and I was told by the doctor, "You're approved for disability for life because of your injuries, and you should never go back to work again." And I've come back to work because this is what I love doing, and I want to take care of pets. I didn't spend my entire life learning and studying to
Yeah.
try to help people by helping their pets, and that's what a miracle is. The
It
same
is.
as what it is with animals, it's with people. And in this situation, God definitely helped me because the doctors couldn't. And I'd like to say I'm back and I'm doing my best.
Of course. And I'm sure that that gives you such an added layer of compassion, not just for the animals that you are helping, but their owners and their loved ones as they're emotionally, tied to their pet and seeing their pet in pain. Of course, when they're coming to you, a lot of times that is the case. So
Well, I
it's nice to have a doctor who gets it.
I would just like to add, I understand when doctors told me you can't do this, and
Mm,
it wasn't true. And so I don't like saying that to an animal owner. I like trying to find a way that it can
yeah.
be done, and that's
Blows
really what
away.
I want to
Well,
do.
I love this because right now you sharing this story, of course, we're all watching like, oh, we want to hear more. Tell us more. We can because you actually have a new show, an upcoming television adventure where we can discover more about you and your practice. Tell us about that.
So they're going to make a TV show which tells a little bit more about my life, a little bit more about my practice and what we have to offer. And I'm really excited
Yeah.
to do that and be able to present that. And I think you'll see in my practice some of the things like we don't just do medicine, we do surgery. I just don't see dogs and cats. I see a lot of exotics, a lot of birds, a lot of reptiles every single day. And we do boarding, we do grooming, and we do doggy daycare. So we really are a full service animal hospital in the heart of Gambrills and Crofton area.
Yeah.
And so it's very, very nice.
Well, that is my old stomping ground. I have driven past your practice. It is beautiful from the outside. I can only imagine what it looks like on the inside, and we'll be able to see that right here on WMAR2 because that is where your new show is going to be. So if viewers want to bring their pet to see you in person, they should do that just by what? Calling the number or making a
All you have to do is call us at 410-721-0001, and you can look us up on the web at gambrillsveterinarycenter.com.
All right, Dr. Orenstein, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.